I'd like to teach the world to sing. Kids, that's the line from a classic Coca-Cola commercial back from the early 1970s. I know, back then, but the punchline to it was, I'd like to buy you Coca-Cola. Here's what I'd like to buy every elementary school if I had the chance. It's a copy of this book. It Watches in the Dark. It's from Jeff Strand. And the reason I would like to buy It Watches in the Dark is because it's age-appropriate horror for 4th grade and up. Now, think 4th grade. And that's a really dicey time for some elementary school kids because, they could still be ensconced with cute books that have unicorns, or they're just cute about melodramatic things. There is a real dearth and a non-happening of age-appropriate horror in elementary school especially, but to an extent in middle school also, especially early middle school. This book, though, it is so creepy. It's so great at the all age-appropriate horror that it's one of those things that 4th and 5th graders need to read because it really gives them the creeps, but it does it in a way that implies a lot of creeps, even though it's a great book. And the chapters are so short, they're not going to intimidate those readers who are in elementary school, who are just maybe learning to read books that don't have pictures in it. I know it sounds weird, but everybody's been in elementary school, and if you're there lately, kids in 4th or 5th grade, they get kind of psyched out when the book doesn't have any pictures. And it's even harder to get them to start reading fun fantasy or science fiction or horror books. And this is a fun horror book. I mean, there's a little bit of science fiction in it, but it's so great. Am I going to call it age-appropriate Stephen King or Clive Barker kind of thing? It's cut from that same cloth because it's genuinely spooky, so much so that when our 14-year-old saw the cover to this on my desk, he was like, "Yo, what's that? Can I read it?" And I'm like, "Sure thing, 14-year-old. Go read it." And he read it, and he loved it. And he's probably on the older end of the demographic that's going to dig this book. But man, this is middle school gold. This is upper elementary awesome. And it's age-appropriate horror. You can read it anytime. Don't save it for Halloween. Don't save it for October. You can read this book as your beach read in the summer, as your Easter read in the spring, as your Christmas read when you're on vacation and you're driving your parents crazy. You'll love this book, I promise you. It is It Watches from the Dark, and it's going to be awesome for grades 4 and up.